based on design thinking approach. Bank overdraft is an important source of working capital finance that helps the business meet short-term financial requirements. It allows the firm to withdraw money from the balance available in their current account up to a prescribed limit. And in today's competitive business environment, companies not only require finance but also require the innovative ways to manage liquidity and the operational efficiency. This is where the design thinking approach becomes an useful one. Design thinking is a human-centered and problem-solving approach that focuses on understanding the user needs, identifying the problems creatively, and developing the practical financial solutions. Applying design thinking to bank overdraft helps business improve the cash flow management, reduce the financial stress, and create the smarter financial decisions. And understanding the bank overdraft, a bank overdraft is a facility offered by the bank that permits customers to withdraw to overdraw their funds from their current account. It acts as a temporary financial support to manage working capital needs such as purchasing the raw materials, paying the wages and the salaries, meeting the operating expenses, managing seasonal demand, and handling delayed customer payments. And interest is charged only on the amount which is being utilized, making it a flexible source of finance. So now let us see about the design thinking and the finance, especially with respect to your bank overdraft. Design thinking is a structured process used to solve the business problems creatively and effectively. It focuses on customer needs, innovation, and the continuous improvement. In financial management, the design thinking helps the organization develop better financial strategies and smarter cash management systems. And the 5 stages of design thinking, as we all know, it is the empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. These stages can be applied to bank overdraft management for improving the working capital efficiency of the organization.
So in design thinking, the first stage is empathize. The empathize stage is understanding the financial problem. So in this stage, the business tries to understand the actual financial difficulties faced during the daily operations. The problem identified may include delayed customer payments, sudden increases in expenses, seasonal fluctuations in the sales, and lack of immediate liquidity, difficulty in paying the supplier on time. So financial management studies cash flow patterns and understand where the financial stress occurs. The bank also studies the customer needs before this activation and overdraft activity. So like example, a retail business experienced a cash shortage during off-season months because of the customer payments are delayed. So this firm needs a short-term finance to continue the operations.
The core financial needs. After final understanding the problem, the company defines the exact working capital use. Key questions are how much finance are needed, how long is the finance required, what are the major causes of cash shortage, can overdraft to solve the problem effectively. At this stage, the business determines the temporary liquidity shortage is the main issue, and the bank overdraft is appropriate short-term solution.
The outcome of the different stages, as you said, is that the company identifies the needs for a flexible financing system that supports operation during the period of low cash flow. Yeah, that is the outcome of the defined stage. And next is the idea stage. Dr. Mika will continue with that.
Getting financial solutions. In this stage, different ideas and financing alternatives are exposed. Possible ideas are using bank overdraft, improving debtor collections, reducing unnecessary inventory, negotiations long credit periods with suppliers, using digital cash flow monitoring systems. The business compare different working capital financial methods and select the most particularly and flexible options. By the bank overdraft is preferred. Why the bank overdraft is preferred? Fund is available immediately, interest is paid only on the excess amount, flexible withdrawal and repayment, suitable for short-term business needs. This overdraft become inventions and customer-friendly financial solutions. This prototype stage, implementing the overdraft facility. In the prototype stage, the company starts using the overdraft facilities on the trial basis. Activities in this stage: opening or linking the current account, fixing the overdraft limits with bank, using overdrafts only for operational expenses, monitoring fund utilization carefully. Business may also introduce automated payment system, cash flow or forecasting tool, digital financing dashboard. Example: a manufacturing company uses overdraft finance during pre-production month to purchase the raw materials quickly and maintain
stage is evaluating the effectiveness. The final stage involves checking whether an overdraft facility solves the working capital problem successfully. Evaluation areas: as business liquidity improved, are supplies being paid on time, as production interrupted reduces, is the overdraft cost manageable, as customer service improved, the company continuously reviews financial performance and make improvements effective. Outcome: if the overdraft facility improve operational efficiency and reduce financial stress, the strategy is considered successfully.
So the advantages of using the bank overdraft to design the process helps us to understand the customer-centered financial planning. That is, the business focus on actual operation needs rather than using the finance blindly, and it also helps us to have a better understanding of cash flow management. The result thinking helps us to identify the cash flow gaps and overdraft efficiently, and it helps us to have an increased flexibility in financing. That is, the business can quickly adapt to the changing financial situations, and it helps us to reduce the financial stress. That is, the short-term liquidity problems can be solved without disturbing the operations, and it helps in improving the decision-making process. The creative thinking leads to smarter financial solutions and better working capital control, and it also encourages the innovation process. Business may adopt digital banking, AI-based forecasting, and automated expense tracking systems. Whereas there are also certain limitations associated with this bank overdraft result thinking approach. That is, it involves a higher interest cost. The frequent use of overdraft may lead to increase in interest expenses, and it may involve the risk of dependency. Business may become overly dependent on OD facilities, and it may need for there might be some need for the financial discipline. Improper use may create long-term debt problems, and it also has some security requirements. That is, the bank may demand collateral security before granting overdraft facilities. These are some of the limitations which is being associated with your OD as a working capital finance. And we have seen some of the practical illustrations associated with. So to conclude, the bank OD is an effective and flexible source of working capital finance that supports daily business operations. When combined with the design thinking approach, business can manage liquidity more efficiently, creatively, and design thinking helps organization understand the financial challenges deeply, generate the innovative solutions, and continuously improve the working capital management practices. As a result, the business achieves better cash flow control, operational stability, and long-term financial sustainability. Thank you.